like okay, for instance, like I don't know what kind of questions you're
Yeah.
gonna ask me,
Well, okay. So
but
the only question,
okay,
the big question, is
yeah.
what do you think the purpose to life is?
It is filled with opportunities, but the initial one is the one that includes meeting Jesus.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah,
Okay. Now, if a person now if you look at me, okay,
Uh-huh.
now you look at me, I look like an ordinary brother from South Central LA, which is true. But if you look deeper
Yeah.
into my person, you will find certain characteristics that are similar to the Creator:
Mm. Yes.
loving, kind, caring.
Yeah.
He does not want you to steal.
Definitely. Yep.
Okay, now what is it when? I don't know. I got that many charge cards. Okay, so we look up there,
Uh-huh.
see how many those. That's how much credit that I have. I don't need to steal anything. People are ready to give
Mm.
when a person is living an honest life.
Yeah.
They make certain things available to live out a possibility of being a better individual.
Mhm.
The person I feel the person has to be ready for positive things.
Yeah.
Be ready to receive something positive
Yeah.
and that. Because with receiving you must make room for it.
Yeah.
Because it might be so much that
Yeah.
you need to make room for.
Yeah. Honestly.
I've been without a place to live, but it showed me something that don't be so enthralled with the idea of living in some something taking care of you. Okay, you feel safe when you go inside your place,
Mm.
but are you really? It could be people planting certain things to watch as you go, as you do. You don't know what people plan around you. So,
Yeah.
are you safe? If you pray to God, you are safe.
Amen.
If He allows you, if God allows you every day to wake up
Yeah.
and see to something which these people responsibly are, and I can see it in your face, the level of responsibility. You want to be that person. Someone put me in a position. I want the person under me, but they're really not. The one who put me in a better place. I want them to be proud of what they did.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like working with your working with someone. They haven't got their promotion, but they have the credit or the ability to have something done to make sure that things go well.
Yeah.
It's like being a concert promoter and then you coming from sleeping out here, right down there. And all of a sudden people like you for some reason because you start praying. Ooh. Because you started praying, started talking to God. What does that do? Or it gives a person favor with someone. If they admire, see, I'm doing this, man. You gotta realize, this is I'm doing this on the side because I'm trying to get somebody to understand something.
Yeah.
Do you have to hurt an individual to get anything? Some people think you do because they're worried that someone's going to find out that, they did this or they did that. So they try and do something to cover what they did. A lot of people will try,
Yeah.
but God equips those who He chooses to endure them things.
Yeah. Amen.
It's
Amen.
like it's like a professional football player. You want to know how he got to be so. Oh, talent, yeah. Swift, oh yeah, strong.
Mhm.
So he worked at it
Yep.
from college, from high school, from junior high school, implanted in him was this thing to become strong, swift runner, because what comes with that? Ah, no worries. You can go, you can go buy a brand new car off of any lot. Hard work and dedication to what an individual is involved.
Yeah.
There is a
Yeah.
result.
Yeah. I just wanted to remind you because as you were speaking, it was like it's exactly what you're saying in the sense that like it's all within you, right? God's giving you the ability to do. And I just wanted to remind you specifically that everything that you said about your abilities, right? God placed you where you're at for a reason, and you know that. And you
Yeah.
wonder even why that is. But everything that you have said, all the wisdom that you have within you, the people around you need that. The people around you maybe don't even see that sometimes, and it feels like you're overlooked. It feels like you're taken advantage of sometimes because you don't do the same things other people do. But God is still meeting you right where you're at.
I can't I can't really go into detail
Yeah.
in regards to what my job encompasses.
Okay.
But for certain things to happen, there are certain people that other people are looking for. And sometimes you don't see them until it's in a particular place or something. But the work itself makes a person like me feel as though it's worth it.
Yeah.
Because I meet people that want to influence my life, that want to help me,
Yeah.
that want me to understand, oh, things are better than, you know,
Mm-hmm.
this, or things are better than
Yeah.
that.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, like you were kind of saying, if you are awake today, it's because there's still purpose behind your life. And so the life that you're living now, it reminds you of that daily, right? And so sometimes you just need a refresher. Sometimes you just need to breathe in and breathe out and believe that like it doesn't matter where you're at, and you believe it. It's just reminding yourself.
Now, you know, you represent truth, the beauty of truth, the beauty of knowing what truth can produce. I think through experience, a person gains wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah, they're two different things. You got that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowledge enough to know how to do it better next time, and wisdom enough to apply it at the right time.
Dang, we came out here to preach to you. You're out here preaching to us. He's
That's
giving a whole word. I'm just soaking it all in because it's a lot. Yeah, a lot of unexpected wisdom. Honestly.
I have been called a wise person,
Yes.
and I didn't really take upon that as one. I kept hearing sage, you're a sage, and sages back in the day set the standards for those in line for different things. They were at times looked upon spiritually, different levels of sages. There are some that sit naked in the midst of their community and can do so. Nakedness, okay? Now, that level. Now, what do you do afterwards to let someone know that, hey, I have this, you do too, we're alive? You know, that kind of mentality, letting someone know that the free will that God gives you, you're able to make certain decisions about how you want to dress.
And I think it's funny you mentioned nakedness because that symbolizes vulnerability, right? And not everybody can be not only vulnerable with themselves and other people, but vulnerable with God.
Oh,
It takes another level to be able to truly step into that kind of love, because there's knowing of God and then there's the wisdom of God's love, which we already established as two different things.
your experiences are probably vast because you've probably talked to some older people also. Uh, it's good to have that available within yourself
Right? I mean, it's all God, right? Because I couldn't have come upon that by myself.
and to know when to give it to a community, to a people, to say the connecting point, knowing when to. Because I mean, it's interesting for me. I'm saying this because I'm living this now, but I had in the past some interviews and things leading to interviews which are manifest now that my mindset and my spirit wants to do something different.
Oh,
Okay.
there's a shift happening in the earth, right? Spiritually. I believe that everything happens for a reason. And I believe that moments like this are types of divine intervention, right? Where it's not only God manifests himself in conversations and conversations where he is glorified, but also like
Oh,
highlighted. And I think that not only it clicks because of what's happening in our life, but also what's happening in our church and what's happening in our world. But the reason why I bring it up is because everything that you've been saying is showing that you're in a season of growth,
yeah.
right? You're in a season of letting go of things, of making space for things. And I think truly, like, it doesn't matter if you're vulnerable with people, but be vulnerable with God. And that's all that you need.
Ooh.